Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your 1212 Odin's Portal. And the reason why I'm calling it Odin's Portal is because the number 12 in the tarot is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is based on a mythology around Odin, who actually suspended himself upside down by one leg from the tree of life. And he supposedly spent like 9 days and 9 nights to gain knowledge of other worlds and to receive the understanding of the runes. The runes were the kind of the foundation, the basis of a lot of languages. And so it is about communication. Usually when I get the Hanged Man tarot card in readings, the messages that come through it are about seeing things from a higher perspective. And also it's kind of like a cocoon hanging upside down. You know, it takes time for the caterpillar to create the cocoon and to become caterpillar juice and then transform into the butterfly. And then the struggle of getting out of the cocoon builds its beautiful butterfly wing muscles and allows it to fly, allows it to go to places it didn't before. Odin is even known for having given one of his physical eyes to see with his spiritual eyes. So it's almost this message of close your eyes and truly see as well. So for this reading, we're actually going to bring in some runes. I'm excited. I'm learning runes. And then we're going to be asking the question, just what knowledge can help you right now? And is it time to move it? Or is it time to stand still and still be in that cocoon? So we'll have readings for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Taurus, this is your portal reading. And we are going to start off pulling a card here from the Runic Tarot. And I did split off the Major Arcana from the Minor Arcana. And the Major Arcana represent just the area of your life that Spirit feels that you could possibly use some knowledge to help you right now. So let's take a look here, Taurus, and see what area of your life. All right, that would be the one right there. And you have the Hierophant, which I believe is Taurus energy. So very fitting for you. So you're definitely dealing within your own wheelhouse. And it is about your commitment, your idea of commitment, staying true to your truth. And, your heightened awareness, kind of your spiritual pursuit, your spiritual guidance within as well. So we'll definitely dig in more and see what area this is. We're also going to pull a rune, and thank you for your patience as I am learning all about runes. And so one, I'm not going to give you the name of these and murder and ruin the runes. But this one actually has to do with having a divine gift. How perfect is that for this card here too? Because it's all about the divine and your awareness around it. It is about reward and generosity, and so also fortune coming in and like your talents being successfully applied, or you're using your talents. So I really like this because this is about I feel like realizing what your gifts are, how you're going to express it to the world, and in definitely connection with your inner truth, not the truth that comes from the outside or that has been given to you by others, but the truth that you have found within yourself. Well, of course, dig in deeper here. And we have 2 wisdom decks. The first one is the Wisdom of the Oracle. And we'll pull from that first. And see what more they'd like you to know about this. So what more about commitment to their truth do you want to know? Okay, they do want that one there. And you have Orphaned, card number 5. So card number 5, card number 5. So let's see what this is coming in here. Let's put that right there. Let's see what message comes in. So there is a sense of loss and identity crisis recognizing that you don't fit in, and maybe a need to belong, and uncertainty about your place. I like that energy coming in here with this, because this is about standing up for your truth, which may not match up to other people's truth, right? But it's not so much about you trying to convince others that your truth is more true than theirs, but it's about you inside allowing yourself to have your truth, right? So the Oracle's message says we were all meant to have connections with other people within our families, the society, and the larger culture. No man is an island, and it's important to recognize when being a part of, rather than separate from, is essential to your well-being. The issue at hand is the need to find where you fit. Be true to your core truths and values. You can't make it up. Be true to your core truths and values. Perhaps you no longer identify with a group or a community the way you did before, and you need to find a new situation. You might be feeling a deep sense of loss or confusion. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of the pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you, and it's time to move on. So, we are also asking around, is it time to move it, or stand still? It is time to move on. So there is action involved here. Now, they do have a relationship message and a prosperity message. I'll read both. The relationship message says, as you shift and evolve and commit to your own growth, you long for support, but may be disappointed and hurt by others who are not providing what you feel you deserve. Perhaps you're drifting away from this relationship because you're in a different stage of your personal growth. Perhaps you're in a new relationship and discovering that you don't share the same values and beliefs, so you feel left out, unable to get to that intimate place of safety and belonging. Take heart, as Spirit knows you and loves you and will steer you in the direction of those who accept you as you are without artifice or agenda. Don't compromise yourself to belong. It won't be worth the price. Okay. Then the prosperity message for that is, this card reminds you that you cannot be all things to all people. You're not going to be popular with everyone, and that has to be okay with you. Be clear about your mission, your brand, your work persona, and your contribution to the world, as these must be based on what you authentically have to offer, not something you think will sell or you perceive they may want. You will attract abundance by being completely yourself. So stay in your own lane. That's where you will shine and where you'll experience prosperity. Yeah. Again, all this coming back to being true to your own values, which is what this is about too. I love it. And then we will also pull from the wisdom of Avalon here and see what else they'd like to add in. All right. So what else for our Taurus, please? Okay, that's the one right there. Kind of feel like this Five of Swords energy which is trying to prove that someone's small t, Taurus, is more truer than others. You could be on the other side of that, where people keep trying to make you believe what they want to believe. You got the Goblin, the wounded human ego. Yeah, so we've got the Orphan and the Goblin. So, and that is card number 31. So when the goblin appears on your path, your plans are or about to go awry. The goblin wants to lead you astray and whispers the negative spell of fear, anger, resentment, self-righteousness, arrogance, selfishness, greed, gluttony, procrastination, and addiction. When the goblin appears, it's time to stop what you're doing and check your motives. These all talked about that, right? Check your motives. Why are you doing what you want to do? What is your true why? It says, are you coming from an ego-centered place? Are the circumstances in your life triggering unresolved past issues that still need healing? Now is the time for self-evaluation and taking inventory before you take another step. The goblin represents the wounded ego and its influence. Dark, repressed areas of the psyche get triggered either in you or warning you of a dynamic between you and someone else. Do nothing. Stay still. Send loving energies to yourself and others, and remember the divine connection in all things. The goblin will disappear and lose power when the focus of love and fairness comes in, and that's your focus. So I do like this. It's like before you make this movement on your path and sharing what you feel is your truth, I feel like they're saying just make sure that the truths you're trying to share are not from the ego. They're not related to the fears of losing conditional love and of all these rules that have been created that you've taken on as your own, but that are not really yours. This is about you really coming into your truths, your capital T truth. And the goblin helps you. It reminds me of the shadow card, the devil card in the tarot, because it rattles your cage. It makes you really understand what is your truth, what is at your core. And then once that happens, then you're coming from this place of love and compassion that allows you to move forward in that loving way. So I like that. We're also going to pull here from the Seeker Oracle. Let's see what else they have here. So what else for Taurus, please? Okay. I imagine this is it. Well, and it is tell your story. Again, sharing your truth, singing your song, not someone else's song. I just feel like that's such an important piece of this is not repeating someone else's story, but doing it on your own. The Hierophant is known as like a spiritual leader. And that would be like, instead of like what you've always been told that something means and who the creator is and how things are supposed to be and should be, need to be and have to be and must be, can become very dogmatic and organized religion when they try to organize it. And this is about you finding out what your truth is within your own soul, not from what other people have told you. Same thing with, society does the same thing. We have all these rules and popular opinions about what something means and how you're supposed to feel as you go through it. And this is about you stepping outside of it and being your own. And this says we all have a history, a story to share. And by sharing our story, we share real life issues that often reveal that others have had similar experiences. It can bring people together. All of a sudden, they discover that they're not alone. There's no right or wrong way to share, but be discerning. There is a right time and a right place to share. Sharing at the right time can bring people together. Sharing at the wrong time could alienate people, especially if they too have been attempting to be heard. So be careful when you use your voice that you do not speak over others. To listen and hear others share their story is equally as important as sharing your own. Give yourself permission to tell your story, for it is your truth. You just can't make it up. Allow others to bear witness. Sharing your story is powerful. Owning it completely is to stand in your light and shine. Doing so may provide an opportunity to address any past issues that still cause confusion, heartache, or have you feeling afraid and angry. The Goblin Story. Sharing can bring clarity and help to dissolve the emotional bonds that anchor you to the moment. It can help you heal or transcend them, and it can help you move forward with a lighter heart and spirit. Share what's in your heart and mind. Little Bird says, sing your song. Whether it be sweet or sorrowful, it is beautiful and powerful. Wow. I love this message for you. It's very clear and consistent, ain't it? And then we'll also pull here from the minor arcana of the Runic Tarot. And let's see what the 4 suits have for you. So what else for our Taurus, please? Okay, they do into those. These 2. Onto that one, and these 2. All right. And we will start with this one down here, and you have the 4 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, the 4 of Swords. They're carrying swords, pentacles out here, but the 4 of Swords. And this makes sense because swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And the 4 of Swords represents peace of mind. And what happens is normally they'll show someone like sleeping on the Ace of Swords, and 3 swords are on the wall, which represents the 3 of Swords card, which is the heartbreak, the disappointment card, which is when we have expectations, we have disappointment. And those expectations come from those of popular opinions we talked about of how things are supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. And of course, when we have all these expectations, no one can live up to them, and that's where the disappointment comes in. But the Ace of Swords allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm to find your truths, and it cuts away the small t truths that no longer serve you. So the perfect card to come in here for this. And then you have the 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands is a transformation of energy, another 5, 5, 5, and 5. And this is about moving from energy and emotion that are related to fears and moving into those that are related to love, like it talked about. And this is a beautiful card because, I mean, here it looks like they're about to set them on fire. But if you look at it, like, usually I see a little kung fu movie start because there's usually 5 people fighting with these staves, and it looks like in this one, it looks like they're about to harm them. But what if they're actually testing them? This is a very powerful person that has abilities to fend off fire, and they want to help them understand how to do it. So if the movie starts with this, that's what you see. You're like, oh my God, they're about to burn the witch to death. But then you see they try to do it, and they're going to set it on fire, and they are allowed to burst the ropes, and then their energy pushes away the fire. And after it's all done, they douse the flames, and they all come and congratulate her for taking her skill to the next level, and they were helping her do it. And that's like the energy that it changes from things of fear and restriction to things that are more open and loving, like the other card talked about. And then you do have the 10 of Cups, so emotional fulfillment and overflowing. So when you're able to share your truth with love, your life does feel so free. You don't have the fears of the goblin and all this ooky emotion, uncomfortable emotion related to fear impacting you, because you're allowing yourself to see the truths that are rooted in unconditional love. And that's what you're sharing. That's what you're filling up with and overflowing out to the world with. And then you have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is you've been doing the work in the outside world. You've been putting in the effort in everything that you've been doing here too. And this is about movement in your outside world. So things are catching up and flowing out of you. And because of this, with you sharing the higher truth, you're releasing so much energy in the outside world that you were trying to maintain, these small t truths of fear. All that energy comes in and it actually starts helping things move in the outside world, whether it's moving up in a relationship, in your job, your education, your body, your possessions, your bank account, your money. There is movement in the outside world and it is changing and moving for you. And you have the Two of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful card to get, because this does tell you whatever you focus on grows, wherever you're focusing your energy. So if you are focusing on the fears and what's, orphaned, what's missing in your life, what you don't want in your life, that grows, it expands. But when you focus in on what you're grateful for and what you do want in your life, then that's what transforms, brings in this abundance, because you're growing what you do want and what you're grateful for, rather than what you don't want in your life and what you fear is missing. And here is the Ace of Swords. So yeah, this is what we were talking about with that they were sleeping on. This allows you to connect to your capital T truth. And it wipes away all those other small t truths that no longer serve you. You did want to experience for a time what it felt like to feel so constricted and trapped within these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets of the supposed to be and the should be, the need to be and the have to be and the must be, all those popular opinions. And you're cutting them away and you're slicing away to where you are focusing on that is the truth. And you don't have to try to convince anyone else, because you only have to defend small t truths because you're afraid they're going to be proven wrong. But capital T truths just are, and whether someone tries to prove it wrong or not, it don't matter. The truth is the truth. The truth of unconditional love will always show itself, and I love that. Beautiful, beautiful reading here. I love this for you, Taurus. Such you. This is you, the Hierophant. So I love the messages. And if you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these portal readings, I also put out weekly energy updates for each individual zodiac sign, monthly readings for each zodiac sign, pick a card readings, and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And if you go in there, there's an option for all. If you select it, two things happen. One, you'll be notified when new videos come out. But two, you also be notified when I go live on YouTube providing free readings. So if you're interested in that, just make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to get in there to select the all option. Also, doing those things I mentioned helps spread the Zen love, and it does help my channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to the channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy happy, wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you want even more specific information and specific answers for your life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video below. All right, Taurus, as you step through this portal, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon, but in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.